He will tell you where the body is to be intended.
Interred.
Intended.
Inter the body.
I intend this body to be buried here.
Yeah.
We're a big fan of restarting stuff, as you can tell.
As you can tell. Like, that's a really cool name.
That's a villain name.
No, it's not. That's a good guy name.
No, it's not. I'm the main character, baby.
Go back to from whence you came until you are complete again.
I'm realizing now how little we paid attention to like the story whenever we were going through it the first time.
We played it like we play WoW.
Yeah.
Until like Heaven's Ward.
Even then, I feel like we skipped a lot of the stuff and just let the cutscenes tell the story.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh. It's just a giraffe. I will drop kick Papalimo if he says one more word.
Welcome back, everybody.
Howdy doody, everybody. How are you?
How was your weekend? How was your Monday? Hopefully it was the best.
As far as Mondays go. What's up, everybody?
So what do we have to get into this evening? So I guess where we left off, we had just helped all three of the primary cities
with their
dungeon issues. They all had dungeon problems we had to go and deal with. And outside of that, I think we're getting into, I guess, the first actual story arc.
All right.
So let's see. The quest we left off on was What Poor People Think.
What poor people think?
So Ungust seems unconcerned about the ungrowing list of missing people around Drybone. Report back to Isambard to see if he has any ideas on how to proceed. Right. So we were in Drybone doing some investigating.
Yeah.
We're going to start out by teleporting over there. All right, Isambard. What you got? Welcome back, Krioss and Belle and everybody else watching. Have you learned aught of import? See, I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. A proper burial. Isambard would like you to learn what you can from the clergy. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than at the Church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. As long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? Hey, can you just carry this corpse for me?
Yeah,
I'm really trying to get rid of it.
It's embalmed. That's okay.
A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done.
Seek out a man named Marquez. Ooh, spicy.
He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. Ooh, that's a cool place.
That is a cool place.
He will tell you where the body is to be intended.
Interred.
Intended.
Inter the body.
I intend this body to be buried here. Okay, we gotta go around.
Oh yeah, where we? Yeah.
We gotta go around town, literally.
Oh, literally around the town.
Marquez says, I am Marquez. Yes, a body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there.
Atop the ridge. We must away.
A topographer? Just give me the coordinates. Come on, duck.
Oh, there it is. It's got a nice little headstone already.
Wait, where is it?
Atop the ridge.
You know, I'm trying to atop the ridge, but I'm not having much luck.
It's atop the ridge. It's kind of hidden.
Nobody's ever going to be able to visit this guy.
It's a pretty nice place. It's pretty.
It's like, look, just...
Oh, there's like this orange spit everywhere, too. Embalmed corpse. Oh, God. Wait, we just lay them down?
He'll biodegrade,
oh,
actually.
No, we throw rocks on top of him. Okay. That makes... Yeah, okay.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Marquez. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orson can. She's been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You'll find Sister Orson within the church walls. Well, let's go see Sister.
We'll see if she's in here.
Oh yeah, she's here. I hear you have done us a service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you see him. Oh, you seek the knowledge of the missing Drybone inhabitants? It's true, I'm closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper Thal, I'm the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. Sigh. I only wish Marquess would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquess. Okay, so we're going to talk to Isambard again.
We're bringing the Bozzies to Isambard.
Oh, we are, aren't we?
Thank you, Krioss. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you? Oh, that was Thancred that said that.
Oh, hey.
A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungist more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to his notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in the service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance. Abject deeds done behind closed doors away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession? The good sister Orson. Is that how you want to say that?
I don't know. I said Orson.
Orson?
I don't know.
Sister Orson herself. Orson, she shouldn't. She wouldn't. She couldn't. I can read. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquess. I swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Oh, okay. So we've got Marquess at the church with a knife, and he only likes to speak to the dead. And our boy Thancred has some doubts. He's got some doubts.
Well, Marquez also has PTSD from the calamity, so...
Sure. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I would say, too. Yeah, I just became a bad guy because of the implication. Isambard is concerned about the questions surrounding Sister Orson's integrity. Wait, okay.
Wait, okay.
So we're doubting Marquess and Orson.
Okay, yeah, so that flew over my head.
So Isambard is questioning Orson, and Thancred is questioning Marquess, and I am questioning Bellemere.
And I am questioning everything, honestly. I'm really confused.
Sister Orson, it cannot be, though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it's not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it could not be, could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is very fond of. Pray seek out the boy Krioss and Bellemere, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities.
She's poisoning the minds of the young.
Uncombed urchin. God, what a shitty name.
Oh.
Please help. Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her.
Okay, yeah, I'll go.
We can do that. Oh, she is out here. And she's injured.
Oh. You're the ones from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It's a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him.
Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend! I will secure a room at the inn for her, should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in the doing so, no less? Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe.
Eisenbarb seems to have a message for you from Thancred. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she's expected to make a full recovery. But now, onto the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he would be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. To the south.
To the south.
East. Southeast.
Okay, so she's going to recover, which is good news, right? Yeah, that's good news because okay, so we're trusting Orson for now.
Yeah,
because all she's out doing is just getting trinkets
helping
for kids. But now we're going to investigate the Amalja to see if they're responsible for the disappearances. I still think Marquez is up to something.
Think so? I don't know. His name is Marquez. Like, that's a really cool name.
That's a villain name.
No, it's not. That's a good guy name.
No, it's not. All right, Thancred's here. He's got the scoop.
He's staring at this tree. No, he's standing by the tree, staring outward. Okay.
At the Amalja camp. There you are, Krioss. So good of you to come. I've heard all about this Sister Orson. Eisenbarb said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. Okay, so we trust her now. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicion were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us just say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Krioss. Would you be so kind as to look inside? Well, let's go see what they're up against. These guys don't look like Amalja. That's Squish Squish and Sledge Sledge. Godspeed. Seemed pretty abandoned. I think Squish Squish and Sledge Sledge may have participated
there
in
is, though,
genocide.
a queer leaflet here. Seems out of place. Okay, take that to Thancred. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This did.
We found a suspicious leaflet.
This leaflet. See the wealth of nod to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nod Thal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it.
So Orson is still over here in this hotel, or whatever.
Oh, there she is.
Because she's resting from her alleged injuries.
Alleged. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day?
Well, we found
Read this. What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people?
It's Marquez. I'm calling it. Our culprit pretends to be a priest, lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere.
Or her deception.
It's Marquez, 100%. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Eisenbarb what we have learned here.
Okay.
We're gonna tell Eisenbarb that Marquez needs to stand trial.
I think we're jumping to conclusions.
I'm fine with this conclusion. I'll jump to it.
Posing as a priest?
To think.
These troubling notions aside, it's gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Krioss and Bellemere. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever.
Eisenbarb wants to help you identify and apprehend the false priest. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any in this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Krioss and me serve by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. Those old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smells and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Krioss, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us.
Okie dokie.
It's a good plan.
It is a good plan. Okay. So I assume that we need to put yucky clothes on.
Yeah.
Probably this weathered shepherd's tunic.
Uh-huh. And
slops.
Yeah.
Maybe not hands. I don't see hands. Or feet. What about a headdress?
I only have a green beret, but I don't think that's it.
No, that's not it.
Okay. Yeah, well, now we can talk to people.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Knurl.
Knurl.
And you are?
Be gone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself.
Knurl hates poor people, confirmed.
What about Swain
Hilt? And that dude
Join my cult, please.
Yeah, that dude's running a cult.
Ermagerd.
Ermagerd.
Ermagerd. God. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate.
Oh, so
This is too rich for your blood.
She just wants us out of town.
Okay. Oh, it looks like there's somebody in the bar.
No, he's up top.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
No. Over
you're talking about
this
down
way.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's head down here and see what it's about. Elston.
Oh, that's a cool name. That's a good guy name.
And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say. Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story.
Sorry.
That's fair, straight to the point.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of a story. You're kind of being a dick and interrupting it.
Yeah, that one was my bad. Sorry, Edelston.
Yeah. God, it's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by the muddy pond of yours at Drybone? All right, this muddy pond thing, it's come up twice now in conversation.
But we do need to go talk to Thancred first.
Let's see. It could be Thancred.
Thancred's the bad guy.
You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Krioss and Belle. The camp is abuzz with the talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise.
That's okay. Okay. North of somewhere, east of a place. Let's go.
A fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? Agreed. What?
You look absolutely smashing, Bellamere. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear.
Hey, kid.
Wanna buy some religion?
Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all.
What about the women and the children, too?
Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the order of Naldthal, and I come to offer you succor. The leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to me, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of Pernery. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. See, you've been deceived. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god-awful mummer, Ungust.
It's
What?
Ungust.
How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue.
No, because this guy freaking hates poor people.
This is the guy that was trying to manipulate that girl in town.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then ran off to this city whenever we flexed on him. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing that a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nawana mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full truth. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The mumble was good. Money. We'll just think it was money. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mold meat for a score of lifetimes and not even a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrifice innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods.
Yeah, you're not running away.
Not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about it. I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There will be time enough to learn the truth.
Sob.
Krioss, be a good man and take word of these developments to Menphilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them.
Waking Sands. Oh wait, no, we have in our inventory Vesper Bay Aetheryte tickets. I think it's just a free teleport. Oh no, it puts us right here. Oh, sick.
Yeah, it sends us straight there.
Gotcha.
That's pretty neat. Also, I equipped my other gear.
Oh, yeah, okay. And then do that. Great. I don't look, well, I still look hideous, but I don't look poor.
It's such a bad thing to be looking poor.
Apparently. Apparently in Camp Drybone it is. Welcome back, Krioss and Belle. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. Their blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Okay.
Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs ready the fight to our cause. I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Vitamix Bubbly Pots. Vitamix, that's just what I'm going to call him now. Vitamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade, take it to Vitamix, and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you.
So, to catch everything up, we have ascertained the false priest at Camp Drybone. We found out that it was that ding-dong that was trying to manipulate the poor people in Ul'dah and in Drybone. He was collecting poor and downtrodden people for abduction by the Amalja, and the Amalja, I'm assuming, are using these people as maybe slaves? Well, we'll have to see what they're using the people for. And then they were also paying him like an absurd amount of gil for the abduction of the people. And so when we told Menphilia, she was like, look, none of that's important. Go talk to this goblin. He does some pretty cool stuff.
Hey, you're cute.
Fish Shako. Who is Uplander come to tent ring of Mutamix bubbly pots?
Fighty Tool drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine. Name of materia. Oh, okay. So this is materia. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Vitamix with fastness. Menphilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Vitamix. Yes? Shaka! Fighty Tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. Now, eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Oh
boy.
Fighty Tool gains power of materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander take Fighty Tool to Menphilia. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia. Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making.
I'm ready to get back to investigating, Menphilia. Don't send me off on a
Don't make me do that
wild
again.
materia hunt again.
Welcome back, Krioss and Belle. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Take this dagger and leave me be. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. Now, it's time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin.
Oh, Lord of the Inferno, Minfilia would like you to assist the Immortal Flames. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest.
He ain't my friend. He ain't my friend.
He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Krioss and Belle. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Yeah.
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 Report to the Flame Sergeant at Camp Drybone.
Ah, you're Bellamere and Krioss Redwin of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friends. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware that their man Ungust has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, so make sure it does.
All right, we're springing a trap, boys, to the Invisible City.
Oh, rotting corpses. Okay.
Are these the townsfolk?
No, this guy's a noble. And the people that were kidnapped were like refugees and stuff. I think these are just the past inhabitants of this ruin.
Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir.
Ooh-ah.
What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. They've got reinforcements.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, they have a lot of reinforcements. Gotcha.
Oh, this dirty bastard. Look at him laughing. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. Oh, there was another. They had another guy. I eluded the Immortal Flames' clutches for moons before finally being caught. Do not wonder how I managed. 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ah, your every movement was known to me beforehand. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours.
Honestly, Thancred, where are you? You said you were gonna help.
Put up your weapon, or your comrade's a dead man.
Spoilers.
Behind you! Bring it. Traitorous scum. I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. Oh, it's all... I'll wait until you're done.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So it's all the townsfolk here.
yeah, we're all in here.
And this guy's saying, I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. The Bowl of the Embers now accessible.
Bowl of embers.
The bowels.
The bowels.
Enter the Bowl of Embers with a party of NPCs. Enter the Bowl of Embers with a party of other players. Yes, please.
Yeah, let's do it. All the players. Oh, confront Ifrit in the Bowl of Embers.
Oh, that's a bet.
Oh,
Enter the
sick.
Bowl of Embers with a party of other players. Going. God dang.
Instantaneously.
Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Very poetic.
Nice little rhyme he did there.
O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you. Grace us with your divine presence.
Not as good of a rhyme. That rhyme, that didn't rhyme as much.
So he's summoning him.
Oh, sick.
Oh, I love this Ifrit. He looks so dope. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bring those two as well. Oh, yeah. What's going on? This isn't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stands against us shall burn. So he's like gonna consume us? Get consumed.
Jump.
Oh, mighty Ifrit. My one true God. Oh, he's indoctrinating them. Interesting.
Oh, is that what the blue breath did?
Your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? I'm the main character, baby. This is my show. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that's the only explanation.
Okay.
Our soul has already been, like, our soul already belongs to somebody.
Hydaelyn, I'm
Belongs to
sure.
Hydaelyn.
Yeah, Hydaelyn's got
But is Hydaelyn a summon? Can she be summoned? Like Ifrit? Forsooth, thy thrall mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Okay, so we've been claimed by something, but not necessarily this.
given to.
Not like by a. I'm gonna call them Eidolons, which is what they're called in Final Fantasy X. That was always my favorite term for summons. Eidolons.
Eidolons, that's pretty cool. Or primals.
Or primals. Yeah, that too. Time to poke.
Yeah. Oh wait, why is he dying so quickly?
Because we're strong. Look out.
Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I'm glad I didn't stand there. Oh, hello.
There's a thing back here.
Oh, there's a nail. Ah. Oh, he's gone. Oh, ah. Oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Riley, help me. Please.
Oh, move. Did we kill?
Get named, loser.
Go back to from whence you came until you are complete again. It's a red crystal this time.
Eidolon's, or, what's her name?
Eidolon?
Eidolon. She's gonna love this.
Just gonna... Ooh. So there's our blue one, and there's our red one. Pray forgive my lateness. You missed it all. You missed everything. Bankrin?
He's got backup, though.
He does have backup. That's good. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Oh!
Oh. That was pretty neat.
That was pretty neat. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Krioss and Belle. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would have never left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? It's handsome
It's
Nero.
So
Ooh.
that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Ul'Dan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion.
Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We've only ourselves to rely on.
Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change.
We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn.
Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans?
Perhaps, but that's a consideration for another time. You've been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do so as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you.
Ah, there you are, Krioss. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said for their minds. There is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. This is the deed of no ordinary individual, Krioss. Not that I have ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye of talent remains undimmed. Nephilia would be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to the... You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. That triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Menphilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Krioss' life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly, just as I am failing you all.
What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Bellamere, Krioss, it's so good to see you again.
Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits.
Thancred has told me everything. You've done well to return to us.
The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. Now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their Primal Ifrit.
Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late.
I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the Primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realms, Primals must consume Aether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more Aether they require. Now, Aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of Aether, crystals.
It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal.
Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of Aether.
However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. This is coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants beings the physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes.
But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected.
Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why.
The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding.
While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The Immortal Flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Krioss and Bellamere. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself.
Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the Temperance abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death? The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there was any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need to be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. That's devastating.
That sucks.
Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louisoix would have never allowed this to happen. I'm realizing now how little we paid attention to like the story whenever we were going through it the first time.
We played it like we play WoW.
Yeah.
Until like Heaven's Ward.
Even then, I feel like we skipped a lot of the stuff and just let the cutscenes tell the story.
Yeah. Minfilia is wearing a wry smile. Might it have something to do with your newfound fame? Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without the thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papalimo that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us, you personally bested the Primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Bellamere, or rather, you have guests.
Beg pardons. Aha, Lady Menphilia, radiant as always. I'm given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero in their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks.
As you can see, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Bellamere's deeds have spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know of her triumphs is to be expected. But what of the other grand companies? Eep.
Your reputation precedes you, Master Redwood. There's no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. And imagine our pride when we learned that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem, and that you will always be welcome among us. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the 12th. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Redwood. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing esteems. A man of your talent with the immortal flames, join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that she would want you to join the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa to shores of glory.
Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help you clarify your thoughts on the matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in other endeavors. If you're agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, please be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I'm given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers?
A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let us hear our leader speak, then return here with your decision.
I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it's not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Krioss and Belle, and with it you are capable of doing untold good, yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we can achieve. Now, it's time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often, to a few too many people. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company will hold the first of the 3 services. The Elder Seedseer, Connie Senna, will deliver her address at Menketo's amphitheater. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Ralban Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there'll be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Lamensa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merlwood Blofusween will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry Xanthale, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell.
You have an idea of who you want to join?
I know the last time we did Limsa.
Uh-huh. I was thinking about doing the Gridania one. I don't think we've ever done them.
I don't think we have either, no.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat.
The Case Lock, how you doing?
Hey there.
Hopefully you're
Thank
having
you.
a good evening. Thank you so much for the
Thank you very,
follow.
very much for the follow. Oh, you followed on Twitter as well.
Oh,
My phone
you so much
buzzed
for all
and I
that.
was...
you're having a fantastic evening. We're getting into the MSQ here. Looks like we're just getting to the point where we're about to pick our grand company and then hopefully pick up our Chocobo.
Go to the Chocobo dealership.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the dealership and pick up.
Certified pre-owned Chocobo, if you will.
"5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed. Each waking hour, a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood.
Boo!
Let
Boo,
none
Empire!
be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the forest. For the elementals!
If you'll permit me, Alfino. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gridanians are enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, having long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians. Until recently, at least, alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed as roughly the time they summoned the primal Rama. Oh, nice. Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, You may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelves Wood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood and thereby the power of the elementals will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will it take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adders will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Well, perhaps we will find out.
So, quick question. The calamity and the battle at Cartino, were those like on the same day? Were they fighting the Garleans, then all of a sudden Bahamut fell from the sky?
I think the Garleans had something to do, because I mean, so we're coming to understand that the Sylphs are the ones that summon Rama, right? We know that the Amalja summon Ifrit. We know that the Ixal summon Garuda, right? So at this point, it's fair to assume, based off what we know so far, that the Garleans could have been the one that summoned Bahamut. But it also could have been because, as far as we know,
how did he get in the moon?
Their intention was to drop the moon down, and then in the process of the moon falling, Bahamut was born out of it. So, I mean, there's still some more story, obviously, we got to collect regarding that.
We're very early.
But it could be that the Garleans literally summoned them.
So I don't know. I'm leaning towards Gridania. I love it. It's pretty. It's nice.
Yeah, it's where we started. We haven't joined the Twin Adders before. That's where Riley is. I think it's going to be 100%.
Okay.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanama herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Hurrah! Roban!
Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartino, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you, line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Oh, how adorable.
People of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people.
I love Raban, but this speech was mid. I agree.
This speech was kind of mid.
The speech was less motivational to join their ranks and more like
We're rich.
yeah, it was more like a hit piece for people trying to take advantage of the I don't know, of capitalistic gains in Ul'dah.
And then Nanimo sits up here on his shoulder and with her jeweled crown and dress says, money's not everything, guys, okay?
Yeah, I agree.
Kind of mid. Love Raban, though. Like, yeah.
Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanimo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the Inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
Fancy meeting you again.
Who is that guy that's just in the crowd, like, talking like a Muppet?
Glory to the Sultana!
Glory to the Sultana! The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the Primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of disdain, I take that you've encountered them. The Uldans do not shy away from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to fire. Yet he is but one of several problems, though they have been quiet these past few years. The Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultana's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming that they had the coin, resources will never be infinite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do, the Ul'dan send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is brought with blood. It is a war of attrition, which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be most welcome to the addition to the ranks. Alphinaud really comes in at the end and, like, just sums it up.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. 700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Gallian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our Grand Company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartino. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull.
Look, if she does another sea-related pun in this speech, I'm boycotting Limsa forever.
And behind them swells the grim tide of the Gallian Empire. Even now, the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck?
All right. If she says scurvy, I'm gonna have bingo.
There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom.
She said
and
twixt.
stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Viv!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
Who is this? Who is this guy?
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. If the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Limsons' backyard. And that is to say naught of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there's no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Laminsons are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take a decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question.
Krioss, this is Menphilia. You were well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say. What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies well. Delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Welcome back, Krioss. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Kind of. Each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Krioss. You must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies, as though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None.
Very true. Very true.
I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them.
Wait a second, though. Hold on, real quick. Real quick. So in the video, right? In the video that we watch at the beginning of every stream that plays out in its entirety, Dalamud is falling. Bahamut busts out of Dalamud. Louis Sois sends the 12 Crystal Guardians to entomb Bahamut, right? But then Bahamut busts out. And then Louis Sois teleports the Guardians away. But Bahamut was not contained. So where is he? Why are we just living in peace?
Raid, he says. You gotta do the raid. Dang it.
Like, that doesn't make sense. We're all just chilling. Like, Bahamut's out there somewhere just like going absolute ape mode.
Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Isn't he going back on what he just said, though? He was just bashing them that they didn't bring up the Warriors of the Light. And now he's like, yeah, but we shouldn't even bring them up.
Yeah, well, Alphinaud's a little shit stirrer.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
Oh.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all.
So we're going to the serpents.
All right, serpents it is.
Serpents it is. We made our decision. Yeah, that to you too.
I take it Elder Seedseer's words have touched your heart. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the Twin Adder? Yes, join the Twin Adder. You've chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Seedseer will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matters. In order to complete the enrollment procedure, you must report to the Adder's Nest. I dare say you know it well from your wanderings in New Gridania. Give your name to the personal officer there, and he will guide you through the formalities.
You are come to the Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the Elemental's name for the good of our forest nation. Ah, the great adventurer herself. Yes, our recruitment officer sent word that you were on your way. It's a pleasure and an honor both to welcome you to our ranks, friend. Aw, friend. Now, let me gather the relevant documentation. Sir! Gotta salute first. What is it? Report. An urgent message from Amorosi's Spire, sir. A Highwind Skyways airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines were crippled, sir, and I was forced to make an emergency landing southeast of 9 Ivies. 9 Ivies? Gods, this could not come at a worse time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield dealing with the Ixal. Bellemere, I know full well you have not been formally inducted into our ranks, but we have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and if the reports are accurate, it will have come down dangerously close to Garlean-occupied territory. Please make all haste to the area southeast of 9 Ivies, locate the airship, and ascertain the status of the passengers. Oh no.
Oh, I think we're about to meet our boys. Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh. It's just a giraffe.
An adventurer? What you doing out here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first. The Adder's Nest sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. You're a big phony. Peace, friend. We mean you no harm. You are an engineer of Garland Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight and have come to rescue you. So Robin Hood comes up and Big is just like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I trust these guys. You're a Krioss Red one, I presume. I was told to expect an honorary serpent. My thanks for your aid, friend. Never seen a craft of this designed. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery?
So wait, Nero was talking shit about Garland a few streams ago. Like, we had that cutscene with Nero in it, and he was like, Garland, you bastard, or something like that. So apparently,
all of their homies
hate Garland.
The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages.
Oh no! A tiny man.
We're taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. And bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Imperial scouts from Castramorians. They mean to requisition the ship. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco.
The tiny Bronco.
The tiny Bronco? Isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland. Well, since he went missing.
Oh.
After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. She was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Attend to me all, the Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into Garlean hands. We shall strike them, swift and sure, and rescue Engineer Wedge.
Oh, so that guy's Biggs then. Yeah.
Krioss, I trust we can rely on your support. May the matron watch over us. With me!
Yeah, I win.
Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So, how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. While you do your work, we shall keep watch over the perimeter. The enemy may yet be lurking. As for you, Krioss, you have more than done your part today. I bid you return to the Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray there will be no further interruptions when next we meet. Let it be as fellow serpents of the Order.
Bellemere, it does my spirit well to see you returned. Word arrived but moments ago from the team at Nine Ivies. Lest you worry, the 2 engineers are safely on their way. The lieutenant informs me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did and helped us to rout the Garleans, things might have been differently. And all this before you were even inducted into the Order. You are well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself beneath the Twin Adder standard. But without further ado, let us see your induction. 12 willing, there won't be any further interruptions.
Woods will be done. The personnel officer stands ready to complete your induction into the ranks.
Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do, after which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. The Order of the Twin Adder is the Grand Company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation that we might stand strong in times of direst adversity when our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the Calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elder Seed Seer Kane Senna is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the Twelveswood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as with friends from afar to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In doing so, we honor the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Bellemere Redwin, and Krioss Redwin over there, I ask that you give unto us your oath of allegiance in whatever fashion you see fit.
Woods will be done.
Woods will be done.
Yeah.
So you know the words of our grand company. That is well. Bound by this common belief, let us strive to preserve all that is good in this great nation. By the power vested in me, I assign you the rank of Serpent Private 3rd Class. You are now a woman of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Redwin. Do that which brings peace to the Twelveswood and honor to our name. This is the part where we say, "Ooh-rah."
No, it's not.
Ooh-rah.
Stop. You're ruining it. Can you hear me, Krioss? This is Menphilia. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adder contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Redwin. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a serpent of Gridania, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with High Serpent Commander Vorsail Hello. Before you depart, he may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead.
Pray return to the Waking Sands.
Please, no.
Don't make me.
You may now accept the quest of my little Chocobo Twin Adder by speaking with Vorsail Hello.
Stop.
This quest must be completed.
Order. Oh, fancy letters. Serpent Private 3rd Class. It's a lot.
Believes it's past time you were issued a personal chocobo. Ah, Private Red One, I understand you have been working tirelessly in Gridania's name. You are truly an example to your fellow serpents. But tell me, have you ever felt as though you couldn't get to your destination quickly enough? Then perhaps you could do with a swifter pair of legs. Yes. Present a serpent chocobo issuance to Singer. Inefficient seals. We have to go earn them? Completing woods will be done. Will give us enough.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Dang it, pray return to the waking sands. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time in putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Bellamere and Krioss. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs.
Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... Gods, man, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service.
I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of the experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands.
When will the insufferable twins be joining us?
Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness.
Sylph management. Minfilia needs you to investigate the Sylphs.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the Primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
I will drop kick Papalimo if he says one more word. Okay, can we go back to Twin?
Yeah, we can go back to Gridania now and turn this quest in.
Yeah, let's do that.
We know far too little about the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Scions once more if we are to... beg pardons. It is a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Well, if it isn't Private Redwood reporting for duty, that's the zeal I like to see from an enterprising young serpent.
Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today.
Ida and Papalimu, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me your quest in the name of the Scions of late.
Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess.
Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch.
Peaceable.
Peaceable. Much to the delight of the Elder Seed Seer, who has no desire to see her people embroidered in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for the reason that the Sylphs' relation to the Primal Rama has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that summoning of the Primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore.
Better to be safe than sorry. Indeed.
Do we strike at Rama, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is amongst the greatest mistake a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-culture faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you on how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one.
A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there.
A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo.
Surely he's got more to say.
All right, talk to this guy. Now, where is this license?
Material 1, Serpent Chocobo issuance.
Yeah.
Present a Serpent Chocobo issuance to Singer.
Who is that?
He's over here. South of the crystal.
Why is he so far away?
Because he doesn't have to be where you want him to be.
Want a bird issued, you say? Then I'll need to see your Serpent Chocobo issuance. Here you go. Give me bird. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your Chocobo.
That easy, huh?
I got you, and he's so cute.
Lucy. Look at Lucy.
It's so cute. I want to eat it.
And here he is. This fellow has been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming.
This is a she.
Oh. Now then, to make it official, you'll want to give your noble steed a name.
Her name is Lucy. Name your Chocobo Lucy? Of course I will.
Name your Chocobo Oliver? Of course I will.
I dare say she likes her name.
Here's your very own Chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your Chocobo's rider's license, as it is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship.
And we have just gotten to a point to where...
Okay, all right.
we'll have a good starting point next time.
Yep. We got our chocobos. That's all I wanted out of tonight, okay?
So we're about to wrap it up here. I've had a good time tonight. Hopefully y'all have excited to get back into streaming this week. So wrapping it up, starting the next stream, we are going to be exploring the sylphs and seeing if they are going to be in the business of summoning Ramu. Hopefully they're not. But outside of that, if you haven't followed us yet, consider it. It lets us know we're doing something pretty cool. If you want to keep up with us outside of the stream, you can join us here in our Discord. Keep up with all of our notifications over here on Twitter. And if you want to keep up with the series that Belle is making, she is doing a YouTube video. She's shortening down our streams with our adventures through Eorzea and sending them over there to YouTube. She's doing a pretty good job of consolidating of about a 4-hour stream into a 1-hour stream.
Video editing
sure you go over there
hard.
and check out the YouTube videos and leave your input. You know, if there's something that y'all notice in the videos that you think might help us in making the videos a little bit more digestible, make sure you leave a comment on there. But outside of that, you'll have a fantastic night. We will see you guys tomorrow.